Every successful cleaning business has one thing in common: the right tools. But it's not about having a mop and a bucket. It's about knowing which tools will make the job faster, make it better, and make your life easier. I thought I had everything I needed on my very first commercial cleaning job. I had the backpack bag, I had the cleaning supplies, I had a plan. I knew what I was doing, but I forgot one thing: an extension cord. And if you've ever used a backpack bag, you cannot use it without an extension cord. I mean, honestly, it's pointless. Unless you have maybe a, backpack bag with a battery powered. I mean, I could have run to the store and grabbed one, but I was so terrified, it being my first property and all. They had security cameras. I thought it would look unprofessional. So I decided to sweep an entire carpet floor instead. It looked great at the end, but it added hours of backbreaking labor to my night, all because I wasn't prepared. Today, I'm going to be talking with Luke, a pro who has spent over a decade in the cleaning business, mastering the ins and outs of equipment and supplies. Trust me, this very short conversation is going to save you time, money, and a whole lot of headaches. So let's jump in. I wanted to ask you a few questions about cleaning supplies and equipment. You cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, I own a commercial cleaning company.
Yes, ma'am.
And how long have you been dealing with commercial cleaning companies?
10 years.
10 years. That is a long time. What are 3 essential tools cleaning businesses need to start?
So the mop and the broom and the cleaning product.
Like a commercial mop or like an OC? Oh, like a home mop.
That's really only dictated by the amount of space that they're going to be working in.
Yeah.
So, a larger area is going to need a larger mop. You're going to need a bigger guy or a bigger person to cover that area.
How do you feel like, the top 3, we would say a mop, a broom, or I would say maybe a mop, a vacuum.
Yeah.
Mop, vacuum,
yes.
And then what about like a trash can?
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing commercial.
If you're doing commercial, yes, you would definitely need that trash can. But the broom and the duster would be for the more residential. You're right. Vacuum would probably be much easier than the broom.
Yeah. What about probably rags?
Yeah.
And then whatever cleaning chemicals you would need.
Yeah.
How important are chemicals to cleaning?
They're very important because the day what we live in, you really don't want to pour chemical into the planet. So it would be very, very, very important to not only use just enough of the proper chemical in that, but not to over make your chemical. You'd only want to prepare what you would need.
How do chemicals fare? Is there an impact if you use the wrong chemicals in a building?
Yes, it can do everything from air, which the toilet bowl cleaners are high acid, so there's a amount of gas that it's going to make when it hits the water. So
should you wear masks with that, or
you should always wear a mask, gloves, and eye protection. Yes, ma'am. And you want to try to make sure you don't splash and keep it off of your
your
clothing.
person and
your skin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are certain
there are definitely certain areas in which that high acid is very, very important.
Yeah.
Something that's not been properly upkept.
Yeah.
And
I find that a lot in schools.
Yeah.
In boys' bathrooms.
Boys' bathrooms are terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So then when you just speaking of a boys' bathroom, there's 2 ways to go about it. There's the chemical way, and then there's the liquid alive or something like that, where it's more enzyme.
Enzyme. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a quick note before we go further. Let's talk about something else that can save you time right now. If you're just starting out or expanding your cleaning business, figuring out exactly what supplies you need for each job can be overwhelming. That's why I created a live supply list designed specifically for cleaners. It's my gift to you, a resource that took time and experience to build so that you don't have to figure it out the hard way. It's organized by job, post-construction, residential, commercial, so that you know exactly what to grab. Plus, it's live, which means that I update it as often as I get new recommendations or I try new things. All right, so let's get back to it. All right, so now that we know, like, it's important to have certain, like, to know what chemicals are what.
Yes.
Right. Each chemical has
a total purpose.
Yeah, and so
Yes.
you need to be able to read and
yes.
understand how the chemical says it's supposed to be used.
Yes.
You need to make sure you know how, like, where.
And touch base with somebody if you don't have the understanding of
Right.
how the chemicals should be used. You should always touch base with someone who has prior to you used that chemical and knows, you know, how to dilute it, properly handle it, how to properly use it. You know, it's very important. Yes,
that makes sense.
Yep.
The last thing I wanted to ask you is, just tell me, like, one mistake, like one of, like, kind of the common mistakes that you find with, like, new cleaning business owners that come in
so
looking
they
for equipment.
Well, not necessarily looking for equipment, but when they bid their jobs, they look at, say they bid their floor, and they're going to clean the floor. You must look at the ceiling before you bid that floor.
What do you mean, look at the ceiling?
Because that ceiling, as soon as you turn a fan on or something to dry your area for time, you know, to get out of your job there, it's going to dislodge everything that's on the ceiling. So you have to clean the ceiling, and it has to be figured into the price. And I see a common mistake that they make is, you know, they turn their blower on, then if they wax, now the wax is full of dust. And then, you know, so then it leads to disgruntled customers. So the main thing is, you have to look at the whole room. You don't just, even if you're brought in just to do the floor, you must look at the ceiling, the walls, and everything.
Feel like you're stuck in this weird limbo where you know you want to start a cleaning business, or maybe you already have, but every step forward feels messy? Like, how much do I charge? What's the right way to land a client? Or even, where do I start? Trust me, I get it. When I started my cleaning business, I made so many mistakes. I priced too high. I wasted hours on walkthroughs that went nowhere. I had no clue on how to actually grow. It felt like I was throwing spaghetti at a wall and hoping that it would stick. But here's the thing. Once I figured out how to simplify the process, everything changed. I realized that it's not about reinventing the wheel. It's about knowing the right steps in the right order. And that's exactly what this workshop is all about. On February 7th, I'll be running a live workshop called the Cleaning Business Kickstarter. It's 90 minutes focused on actionable strategies designed to help you finally figure out how to price confidently so you're not undercharging, how to land your first clients without feeling pushy or awkward, and how to set up the foundations of your business the right way. It's simple, it's practical, and you'll walk away knowing exactly what your next step should be. So if you want to grab your spot, now's the time to jump in. Don't wait until February or you will miss your chance. I've been where you are, and I've used what I'm going to share with you in my own cleaning business. Whether you're just starting out or you're feeling stuck, this workshop is designed to meet you where you are and move you forward. So if you're ready to take that next confident step, check out the Cleaning Business Kickstarter. Sign up today and save your spot. And join me live February 7th. The link is below, so grab it before the spots fill up. As I close, what is kind of one thing you think that, like, new cleaning companies should know?
Mainly, it's like I just said, the whole room. If even if you're just doing a specific thing, you have to look at the whole room.
Right.
Because it's all tied together.
Yeah.
And you're gonna wind up having to fight.
Yeah.
The other areas.
Yeah.
to get your area clean.
Yeah, so you have to like evaluate the whole space.
The whole space.
And how it's going to affect the job that you've been there to do.
Yes,
put there to do.
exactly.
I've never heard that, so I really appreciate that. That helped me today because I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I learned that from your father.
Yeah, you did?
Yes, yes.
I remember
the first time I went with them.
He told me to always check like if I'm bidding, if I don't have like something to measure the square footage, to like if I'm doing floors, to make sure I check the tiles in the ceiling, because I can measure the square footage from the tiles. But I never thought about, I guess he only taught you that, Luke, about the evaluating the whole room.
It was more of a learning experience for me, you know, and it was truly eye-opening. It was when I first started
at the place you are now.
In this business.
And
it was very, very enlightening.
How many years ago is that?
Right at 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So thank you, Luke. I appreciate you.
No problem.
So like I said, having the right tools and knowing how to use them isn't just about convenience. It's about setting your business up for success. The right equipment can save you time, avoid costly mistakes, and help you deliver the kind of quality that keeps your clients coming back. Remember, every choice you make, from the mop you use to the systems you implement, shapes your business. So if you're serious about building a business that doesn't just survive but thrive, stick with me. Subscribe and check out the rest of this series, Mastering the Basics. Let's keep leveling up together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.